What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing over the bacon, MLB DFS video. It is Sunday. We have a full slate we're going to look it over. We're going to try something a little bit different. So we're going to go through the games, but we're going to go through the games that are on the main slate. So, I'm just trying this. I want you guys to let me know if you like it. We're also going to look at the batters at the end with BVP instead. So we're just going to go over the pitching in this one. If you guys like this, let me know. If you like the other way, let me know that as well. I'm just trying something new. Just trying not to make the videos 30 plus minutes. See if we can get up a little bit, and then if you guys like it, do let me know there. Again, any video that, if you don't know what we do, any video that gets at least 50 likes and you leave a comment, you got to be a subscriber, leave a comment. We put your name in random.org and you will win a free a week for this. If the videos get 100 likes, we'll do the same thing. We'll pull your name, put it in here. The winner will get a free month. And if they get 200 likes on a video, you get a free MLB season pass brought to you. So that's a good way to win it. Another way is like the video, be a subscriber, tell me who's going to hit a home run, what inning they're going to hit it in, and throw in the distance traveled as a tiebreaker in case multiple people have the same batter. So good luck to everyone. We're going to jump in here. We're going to randomize this 3 times, and then we'll find out who the winner is for the MLB free week. There's 1. There's 2, and the winner is Steven Dedivanovic. I'm way off, I know. Steven just won $500 yesterday from what I saw. Congrats, Steven. Like this comment, leave a comment, like the video, and then hit me up on Twitter at advisors_team, and we will set you up. I do want to let you know I will be putting out this information, and then I'll be putting out all of our lineup information, everything on the website, and then I have a family reunion right at noon, right when all the games start kicking off. So I won't be able to answer any questions pretty much all day. So I do apologize, but again, we'll be back Monday for everything. So good luck to everyone today. Let's break it down a little bit. Let me know if you guys like this. So this game right here is the Sunday Peacock game of the week, or whatever Peacock calls it. So we can't even play this one because it is 2 hours earlier than other ones. So I'm not taking this one. I'd rather take the teams. I mean, you can play like the single game, but that's it. Or you could play the all-day slate, which I don't like the all-day slate. And there's 2 hours in between. I remember when all-day slates were like this, and there was no late swap. So I won't be playing this. I'm not playing all-day slate, so we're not going to break it down. But I would be looking at bats. So obviously, I would take the Cardinals batch over Rich Hill, but that's basically it. And then we get to the first game of the main slate. You got Tampa Bay Rays at Red Sox. You got Taj Bradley versus Tanner Houck. Bradley has not looked good this season so far. Probably, and this is in Fenway, and if you look at the ballpark rankings, there's so many runs in this game. I mean, Bradley's 3-2, 3.6 ERA. Actually, you know what? He's actually been decent. He didn't give up any runs against the Cubs in 5.2 innings. He got 41 fantasy points, but he's so expensive. Taj Bradley at $10,200 on Fanduel is crazy to me. Because against Toronto, 4 innings, 4 earned runs. Looking at it, he hasn't been that bad. You might throw him in a tournament, but the problem is he's so expensive today. There's other options out there. I can't believe he's over $10,000. That's wild. Some of these prices are absolutely wild. Taj Bradley's higher price than Sandy Alcantara, which just get out of here. But anyway, I would be looking at taking the bats in this one. Both sides, Tampa Bay, Boston. That's where I'd be looking at here. Next game, Phillies at the Nats. You got Ranger Suarez versus Trevor Williams. Suarez, 53 plate appearances, a 3.14 batting average, 11.3 K percentage. Don't trust him enough, and I'm not taking pitchers in this one. Trevor Williams against the Phillies, 98 plate appearances, 349 batting average, 12.2 K percentage, low K percentage, a hell of a WOBA, an almost 500 WOBA, 349 batting average, I am taking the Phillies. You know what? If these numbers jump out to me, then we'll look at these. I bet Schwarber's up there. Yeah, Schwarber's 10 for 31 with 2 doubles and 4 home runs. Absolutely love Schwarber. Castellanos 8 for 22 with 4 doubles and 1 home run. Trey Turner 5 for 13 with 3 home runs. Real Muto 2 for 5 with a double and a home run. Harper's 1 for 6 with a double. I'm absolutely, even Josh Harrison 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. I am looking at a Philly stack against Trevor Williams. Might be the number 1 stack on the slate. We'll have to look. But yeah, Schwarber, Castellanos, Turner, Harper, and Real Muto. Really just depends on the lineup that comes out. Bryson Stott, I don't mind. He's 1 for 2. So yeah, I'm not taking either pitcher. I am taking the Phillies against Trevor Williams. Blue Jays at the Mets. You got Kikuchi versus Kodai Senga. Kikuchi, 33 plate appearances. 269 batting average against him. It's crazy. He is really far down there. He's had very okay games, and then he's gotten just lit up. We used him. I'm trying to think when we used him. It was like, I want to say it was a start against Pittsburgh back in early May. Something like that. And he did okay. But other than that, I mean, he's gotten lit up pretty good, coming in with a 4.47 ERA. I don't trust Kikuchi here in cash. You could throw him in GPP just because if the Mets are off, he could have a good game, and I think he'll go under-owned. Flip side of that, Senga's never faced the Toronto Blue Jays before. I love Senga. You know that. You know if a pitcher has never faced the team before, and you've been with me, you know that's something I like. So I will have exposure to Senga. If I'm taking Kikuchi, which I don't know if I will, probably leaning more towards tournament only. So the next game, Paul Blackburn versus Sandy Alcantara. Now, I wish this game were in Oakland, obviously, but we took Yuri Perez yesterday. He dominated. I love Alcantara here. He's only faced 3 of them before giving up a hit. That's nothing. As long as he can keep the ball in the ballpark, I love Alcantara. Would not be surprised if he got double-digit strikeouts on this day. So I love Alcantara. That's why he's the picture of this video that you are currently watching. Give me all the Sandy. Give me all the Sandy. I'm trying to remember Sandy D. That's whatever Sandy. I can't remember her last name in Greece, but you know what I'm talking about. So give me all the Sandy A here. Brewers at the Reds, Adrian Hauser versus Ben Lively. I'm not taking either of these pitchers at all. I'd be looking at the bats just because this ballpark gives up a ton of runs. Lively coming in. He's actually not been too bad. 3.3-2 record, 1.99 ERA, 24 strikeouts. Pretty big game against Boston. 5.2 innings, 6 strikeouts, 41 fantasy points. That's in Boston. And then against St. Louis last week, last week or a week and a half ago, 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, 46 fantasy points against a really good St. Louis team at home. Even against the Yankees, 5.2 innings, 8 strikeouts. He's a strikeout machine. I kind of like Ben Lively here. This is what I'm talking about, guys. The eye test, looking at that, I immediately said, no, I'm not taking either of them. But you know what? Looking at the numbers, this is why you're here. This is why we are digging in. Love Ben Lively here. Not saying he's going to do amazing. Don't trust him in cash because, again, this is in Cincinnati. The ball flies out of there. But I'll have some exposure to Ben Lively. I don't think I'll have any exposure to Adrian Hauser, though. Just don't like him. There's just other options that we can have out there. Next game, the Angels at the Astros, Griffin Canning versus JP France. Canning, 48 plate appearances, 366 batting average. You gotta stack Houston. They're really good. Jordan, wouldn't be surprised if he hits a home run. Altuve, Bregman hit a grand slam yesterday. Kyle Tucker's there, Chas McCormick. There's just so many options. I will have some exposure to JP France. Probably not at all on Griffin Canning, and I would be stacking the Astros. Probably the number 2 stack on the day. Rockies at the Royals, Kyle Freeland versus Brady Singer. Freeland, 11 plate appearances, 364. No, not much there. Again, though, you know that we love taking pitchers in Kansas City against this Royals team. But Freeland comes in 4-6 record, 4.22 ERA. Against Arizona, at Arizona, his last start, 5.2 innings, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, 5 earned runs. Trying to see if he's faced Kansas City this year yet. He has not, and he obviously hasn't faced 11 plate appearances is nothing. The problem is he's not getting deep into games. He's giving up runs. Probably, one of those contrarian stacks that we have on the website might be the Royals today. Kind of crazy to think about stacking the Royals, but I think it'll go very under-owned. And it really just depends on who's out there. So MJ Melendez, Salvador Perez is probably high up there. Off the top of my head, I can't think of. I gotta look. I can't think of a lot of players on this Royals team. I mean, geez, Matt Duffy's leading off, or projected to be the leadoff guy. A leadoff guy he's hitting 314. That's wild. Doesn't do much, but Matt Duffy's a very cheap option. Perez, Bobby Witt Jr., yeah. You know what? I'm actually very intrigued at a Kansas City stacker. I think it'll go very under-owned, very under the radar. I'm not in love with it like I am with the Astros and the Phillies, but I think a Kansas City stack could do something. Not necessarily. I'm not saying 100%. There's some people on this that they hate follow for whatever reason. I saw some dude. I gave advice like early into the season. I'm not even going to give him his name out here, and then I checked his channel and it's absolutely stupid. Does this thing. I'm not going to get into it, but they just they'll follow, and then some people say, you picked Kansas City Royals as a stack. That's trash. You're shit. Get out of here. And then they'll dislike the video, which is hilarious. But yeah, not a huge Kansas City stack, but I think it might go under the radar, like a Matt Duffy, Perez, Bobby Witt Jr., just depends on who's out there. Michael Garcia, I don't mind. So go with that a little bit. I'm intrigued with that one. I won't have exposure to either of these pitchers, though. You got the Guardians at the Twins. Tristan McKenzie versus Joe Ryan. I believe McKenzie's making his season debut. Let's check it out. Yep. Okay, is he on a pitch count? So he missed the first two. Let's see. It does not say that he is on a pitch count, which I fully expect him to be. His career, yeah, I mean, he was pretty good last year. But yeah, I would definitely be a little weary on this one. I know his numbers are good against Minnesota. That is kind of way I might throw him in a tournament. But again, I don't know how long he'll be in the game, so this is kind of iffy on that. I'll throw him in as a tournament pitcher. Joe Ryan, on the other hand, 89 plate appearances, 235 against Cleveland. What's crazy is Joe Ryan is the highest priced pitcher on the slate, even over Evaldi, which is wild to me. I will have exposure to both of these pitchers. I think Tristan McKenzie is more of a tournament option. I think Joe Ryan is more of a GPP option. And the players on each side that you'd be looking at would be with Cleveland. You'd be pretty much looking at Jose Ramirez all the time, Stephen Kwan up there, Josh Naylor, just to name a few. And then on Minnesota side, it really just depends. It depends on what McKenzie we get, and then it'll depend on the bullpen that comes out. Speaking of bullpens and other things, anyone who watches this, do you guys do fantasy baseball, like season-long fantasy baseball? And if so, are you interested in seeing some season-long fantasy baseball content? Not necessarily on these videos, but maybe. But I'm thinking breaking down the bullpens, so seeing the bullpens that are there and the top three arms in each team's bullpen, as an example. Another one would be weekly waiver wire pickups. Are you guys interested in stuff like that? If you are, let me know. I would make some tabs on the website, and I think even with the waiver wire, making a video on a Monday for waiver wire, or even Sundays, might be good. So let me know your thoughts on that. Next game, Tigers at the White Sox. You got Matt Boyd versus Michael Kopech here. I think he just faced them. He did not. He has not faced them this year. Coming off an okay game, or actually a pretty good game. He only went 4.1 innings against the Angels on 529, but he had 10 Ks. But he also gave up 4 earned runs, so he only got 31 fantasy points. Time before that against Cleveland, 7 innings, 9 strikeouts, 1 dub, 58 fantasy points. Time before that against KC, 8 innings, 10 strikeouts, 64 fantasy points. So I do like Kopech here against Detroit. His numbers are good. 35 plate appearances, 22.9 K percentage, only 103 batting average. On the flip side of that, Matt Boyd, 134 plate appearances against the White Sox, 32.1 K percentage. So he is getting some strikeouts, but a 336 batting average here. So let's see the bats that jump out real quick. I'm guessing Tim Anderson, 16 for 43 with 3 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs. Love that. Moncada, 5 for 19 with a double and a triple. Elvis Andrus, 8 for 22 with 2 doubles. Andrew Benintendi, 7 for 18 with a home run. Eloy, 4 for 13 with a double and 3 home runs. So, yeah, I don't mind, honestly, I don't mind a White Sox stack against Matt Boyd. Now, this being Sunday, we do have the day. This is the day where lots of like catchers or other players will sit. So this is the day of rest, just like our Lord and Savior. It's the day of rest. So this is where when you build your lineups, you got to check your lineups probably about 45 minutes before they lock, just to make sure all of your plays are in there. But yeah, I definitely like a White Sox stack in Kopech against Detroit. Mariners at Rangers, Bryce Miller versus Eovaldi. I love Eovaldi here. He might be... I don't know how he's not the highest priced pitcher. He's been one of the best pitchers in baseball the past couple of months. Here's where I'll deviate a little bit. Bryce Miller has never faced the Rangers before. Usually I like that. Like I said earlier, a pitcher against a team that he's never faced before, go for it. Not in this instance. I am not taking a pitcher against Texas. Now, you can. Maybe he has a good game. Maybe Texas bats go cold. I don't trust that. Texas is hitting way too much. Like I said, if you watch yesterday's video, I said when it's hot and humid there, the ball flies out of there. And what did they end up doing? They ended up putting up, how many runs did they put up? 6, and this is where I want you to agree with me. I said I wouldn't take a pitcher against the Rangers at home with the ball being human. I said even with Wu being there, being a pitcher who's never faced them before, I said no. And they put up 16 runs yesterday. That is me good. I hope you listen because that is amazing. I don't think they're going to, I'm not going to say they won't, but I'm not saying they're going to put up another 16 runs, but I wouldn't shock me. I'm taking all of, this is another stack for me. The Rangers are another stack. I mean, just looking at this, Corey Seager jumps out to me. Jonah Heim jumps out to me. Nate Lowe against Bryce Miller jumps out to me. Adolis Garcia jumps out. Simeon, he had a home run yesterday. I told you, Simeon, Nate Lowe, Seager. I mean, they all had really good games. I didn't have Mitch Garver. He hit a home run. Nate Lowe hit a home run. Yeah, that's what I would be looking at. I'd definitely be looking at another Texas stack, and I love Eovaldi here versus Bryce Miller. Then you get the Orioles at the Giants. Tyler Wells versus Anthony DeSclafani. Wells only faced him one time. I do like that. I don't mind Tyler Wells against San Francisco because it's in San Francisco. Flip side of that, DeSclafani against Orioles, 31 plate appearances, 16.1 K percentage, almost a 300 batting average. The bats, it's 2 guys. Adam Frazier is, I think, the number 1 second baseman on BVP for the day. 7 for 25, a double and 2 home runs. But that's not much. I mean, there's not much going on. Those numbers are inflated. I don't mind either of these pitchers for tournaments. I don't like them in cash, though. Then the Braves of the Diamondbacks. Soroka already pitching again. Soroka got lit up in his last start, I believe, off the IL. I don't trust him. The Arizona Diamondbacks are hitting so well. I don't trust them. Zach Gallen against the Braves, 59 plate appearances, 151 batting average, striking out 30.5%. I will be on Zach Gallen. and I will have an Arizona stack. Ketel Marte, Josh Rojas, Corbin Carroll's on fire, Jake McCarthy. There will be a Lourdes Gurriel Jr. I love an Arizona stack against Michael Soroka at home here. Cubs of the Padres, you've got Marcus Stroman versus Ryan Weathers. Stroman he's had a couple of off games, but when he is on, he's pitching well. And he's got that circle change in this picture. Against the Padres, 125 plate appearances, 23.2 K percentage. Wish it was a little higher percentage, but we'll take it. 237 batting average there. I like Marcus Stroman here. And then Ryan Weathers, maybe tournaments because it's the Cubs, but there's other pitching options today. I don't think I'll have any exposure to Ryan Weathers. And then the final game here, this isn't on the slate, so there's not much going on. You got Domingo Germán versus Bobby Miller. Germán, 51 plate appearance, 217. So if you're playing all day, okay, I see you. 23.5 K percentage against Germán. Had a pretty good outing, coming back of getting caught with rosin or bubble gum or whatever he got caught with. Versus Bobby Miller. Again, Bobby Miller, never faced him before. I'll have some exposure because the Yankees can strike out. But when they're hitting, they're on. I think they had 10 runs in 2 games against Dodgers, and they've all come from the home run, which could strike fear. This is the Sunday Night Baseball game. Finally, the Yankees get a Sunday Night Baseball game. Can't wait to just lay in bed and watch this game. Probably not at 6 p.m., but I'll be watching this game. My 3-year-old loves baseball. She loves it. Every time she sees baseball on TV, it doesn't matter what team it is, she'll go Yankees. And then no matter who comes up, goes, is that Judge? So I am raising this little human right, and they and me want you guys to have a fantastic Sunday. Good luck. We're going to look at the BVP real quick, like I said we would. It's going to be real quick. It's on the website. You can go check it out. We have a ton on the website. So overall, BVP, Tim Anderson has 43 plate appearances there. And you can go through and sort it however you guys want because it's all on the website. So it's all on FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Hover over the MLB tab and find the BVP. Go through there. Some people love the BVP. Some people don't. But when you have like 40 plus, you can go through and you can say, let's say you have a baseline of you want players that have had at least 20 at-bats. So then we look at that. That's right here. These are the 20 at-bats. Do you like anything there? So you got home runs. You got Kyle Schwarber against Williams. You got Bogarts against Stroman. You got Anderson versus Boyd. I might be putting so we do have sports betting on the website. I might be putting a parlay together of a Tim Anderson home run, Schwarber home run, maybe a Judge home run. I don't know. Haven't figured it out yet. But there might be ones where I kind of like looking at this, and maybe I'll have it'd be like a $5 bet. Probably bring back for home runs like that with those guys. Probably brings, $200 back or something like that. Something fun like that. So you can check out BVP on the site. You can check out our ballpark rankings, the MLB odds. Our batter trends are on the website as well. So the way to look at the batter trends is it'll take the last 50, 100, and 150 at-bats for, let's say, Aaron Judge against a right-handed pitcher and what his numbers are. My suggestion would be to look at the ISO rates and the WOBA rates for the way to decipher and what you're looking for. So I do like that. There's a lot to like about this day. Huge Sunday. Hopefully we all have some good luck. And we'll be back tomorrow with another breakdown for Monday. So good luck to everyone today. Let's bring them some bacon. Peace.